Yeah, and I got to tell you something else. The fucking watching this World Series, I've gone back and forth about who the fuck I'm rooting for. I mean, how do you do it? One team's waiting fucking 70, not quite 70 years, right? 68 years? Is that what it is? Yeah, 68 years. The other team hasn't even been to the fucking World Series in 71 years. And I know you guys think, well, Bill, you're a fucking Red Sox fan. How come you're not for the Cubs? I was totally for the Cubs until I saw the 30 for 30 on fucking Bartman. And when I watched it, all of their, hey, let's play two, hey, we're the lovable fucking losers. We always show up. We just root for them. All of that went out the window. The way that they fucking, what they did to that kid, I just looked at that shit going like, that's exactly what would have happened to that if someone in Boston did that, New York, Philly, Cleveland. These Cubs fans, for all their fucking, Mr. Smith goes to Washington, fucking apple pie and Chevrolet way that they do. They're just like us. They're fucking animals. I'm not saying they're as bad as Bills fans or that fucking franchise. Those cunts. That time I was wearing a Patriots hat, it was the Bills-Jets. I was rooting for the Bills. I'm taking a piss in the bathroom and somebody pushed me from behind while I was taking the piss. What kind of a fucking coward? Maybe there's a reason they lost 4 in a fucking row. I used to think it was because of Mob Levy. He was just too nice to win a fucking Super Bowl. And he went up against Jimmy Johnson. Let's get him some hookers and a Corvette, right? And fucking whatever that other guy's name is, Jerry Jones, with his Real Housewife fucking looking face. Good Lord. That guy always looks like, he got like first degree burns on his face, or maybe like slightly like into the second degrees, but he was like, all right. He refused medical treatment and he just put some salve on his face. I know. I'm going hard this week. I don't know why. So anyways, let me get back to the Cubs thing. So, right out of the gate, not only is the country, it seems, for the Chicago Cubs, it's kind of having this vibe of this foregone conclusion that they're kind of going to win this thing. So, I have family, or I had family back in the day, out in Ohio. My grandmother worked for the Cleveland Press, and way back in the day, I had family, I just had family out there, right? And so, growing up, I kind of was, I was always a Red Sox fan, but, I kind of, through my relatives, also kind of rooted for the Indians. You know what I mean? Like I didn't mind the Indians, even though they were in our division way back in the day. That and the Tigers, you know what I mean? Just because of relatives, cousins, and all that shit. So I was just like, I kind of like the fucking Indians. And, that Steve Bartman shit, like the level that they took that to, that's exactly what would have happened in Philly and all this shit. If it had happened out in L.A., that poor kid would have got killed. You know what I mean? Or San Diego or Sacramento or Fresno or one of these fucking lunatic fucking cities out here where they take sports, Oakland, way too seriously. San Francisco, So it made me just kind of fucking sort of pull back. And then also, it's like, you know what? I'm kind of over these fucking cities that have 2 professional teams in one sport. It's like Chicago won a World Series. They won it in 2005. And that whole fucking thing where it's like, well, that was for the south side of the city. So what, you need another one for the north side? Fuck the White Sox and the Cubs. If one of them wins, just fucking jump on a subway or walk 3 blocks downtown or uptown and join the fucking parade already. Same thing with the Yankees and the Mets, the Lakers and the Clippers, and everything in fucking New York. Giants, Jets, Yankees, Mets, fucking Rangers, Islanders, Knicks, and Nets. Just fuck off with that shit already. It's a New York team. If they win, buy your championship hat and go down there and just be happy that, especially in New York, that you're so fucking filthy, stinking fucking rich that you can have 8 teams where everybody else is doing backflips that they just have 1 in every sport. I know. Isn't it amazing that New York has all those fucking teams and they don't win that much? You'd think that, Jesus Christ, you got eight at bats every fucking year. The fucking Yankees, I swear to God, are like the sugar daddy of New York City. You know what I mean? The Giants are the favorite son, and everybody else is getting written out of the will. That's basically how it works with the sports in New York. You know what? New York should get 3 teams in every fucking city. Maybe they could fucking do something other than the Yankees and the Giants. I have totally fucking respect for them. But Jesus Christ, the fucking Knicks should combine with the Nets. You know, make like a fucking dream team of those 2 shit shows. Same thing with the Rangers and the Islanders. You know, I don't know. The Jets and the Mets, I don't know what they should do. They should both retire and they should start playing badminton. Oh, Jesus, Bill. So anyway, so I'm really fucking sitting there and I'm loving seeing Terry Francona killing it. And it gets all the way up to 3-1. All right? And I don't know, something happened, okay? My Cleveland friends, comedians, one of them in particular he's just talking all this shit and blah, 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 blah. And he starts, we won the basketball. Now we're going to win the baseball. You know, you watch, we're going on a fucking run. Yada, with no fucking respect. And he's talking to a fan from Boston. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, you're going to win 2 in 1 fucking year. Yeah, we did that. We did that a couple of times. And then we won we did all of this other shit. I'm not fucking throwing that in your face. I'm always the guy going like, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know, the other team's tough. I never believe we're going to do it until we do it. And then we do, then I'm fucking psyched. And you can go back to my podcast. I wasn't even a cunt when we beat Seattle. So these guys are acting like such fucking cunts. You know what I mean? Oh, we got LeBron. We're going to fucking do it again this year. Oh, LeBron? Oh, you mean the guy that you guys all burned his jersey and you're all done with? Verzi called that one. Oh, Paul Verzi called that one. Paul Verzi, fucking when he was in Miami, and these Cleveland fans were saying, fuck that guy, blah, 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 blah. Verzi said to him, you guys are all going to be sucking his dick when he comes back to town. And they were like, no way, that's never going to happen. Well, it's happening. That whole city's on their fucking knees. So anyways, so at some point after they went up 3-1, I went back to the Cubs. The reality is I don't give a shit who wins this fucking thing because it's going to be great for one city. It's going to be devastating for the other city, obviously. But so here's the deal. This is what's at stake with this World Series. If the Cubs win, the Indians become the Cubs. They become the ones that have gone the fucking longest, all right? So they can't fucking lose, all right? If Cleveland wins, all right, not only the Cubs still the Cubs, as far as my quick research showed me, the next people in line for second place would be the Colt 45s / Houston Astros that started in 1962. In 1962, the Chicago Cubs were already 54 years into their drought. Okay? 1962 is 54 years from where the fuck we are right now. Right? So the Astros are 54 years into their drought where the Cubs were in 1962, and the Cubs are now twice that at 108. I don't know what the fuck that means. Does that mean that you should go play the lottery right now? 54, 62, 108. I have no idea what that fucking means. It's just, you know, one of those number things. But I got to tell you, it's almost fitting that if the Cubs were going to win it, that they would torture their fucking fans to this level. And it's fitting that if the Indians were going to lose it, they would go up 3-1 to lift their fucking team's hopes. This is why I think the Cubs are going to win. If Terry Francona wasn't in that dugout, the master. By the way, that guy needs a nickname like the Assassin. He needs like a boxer nickname. Like, remember Lights Out, James Toney? You know? Or the Executioner, Bernard Hopkins. He needs a name like that. It's just that he doesn't look like that. But that's exactly what that guy is. All right? But what I'm saying is, because of what these teams have done to their fans, it would be fitting that the fucking Cubs wouldn't just go in and win the fucking thing. so their fans could just relax and finally enjoy a series, they would have to go down 3-1 before they'd come back. And then Cleveland couldn't just lose the series. They'd have to go up 3-1. So this is what's crazy about you're up 3-1. You're like, holy fuck. You're starting to take the wire off the champagne bottle at that point, right? But then all of a sudden, you fucking lose game 5. And just instantly, it's like, holy fuck. If we lose the next one, it's all tied up. So now the pressure is on the Indians. I'll tell you, the Cubs are going in there. They're playing loose. They got nothing to lose other than fucking a 108-year drought. I don't know who's on the mound. I don't know what. But I'm going to say the obvious. The Cubs got to go. They got to score early and make the fucking Indians tighten up. That's what the fuck they got to do. Or that's what's going to happen in Game 6. Either the Cubs are going to score early, Indians fucking tighten up, and then lose the game, and then we get a Game 7. Or if the Indians go up early, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a shit show. I'm hoping the first thing happens because I want to see a Game 7 against a team that hasn't won it in 108 years and a team that hasn't won it in fucking, 68 fucking years? 68's adorable to a Red Sox fan. That's fucking hilarious. I mean, I don't give a fuck. That's where we were there in like the 70s, right? What was 68 for us? Or was that the Mets? Let's see, 1918 to 1978. That's 60 years. Right? Yeah, 86. That was 1986. So you're just at Bill Buckner. Go fuck yourselves. You know? You're just at Bill Buckner. As far as where I'm coming from, you got to go another 18 years to 2004. So I guess I won't root for the Indians. Nah, I can't. I don't know. My relatives got me into the Indians. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to root for here. You know what I'm rooting for? I'm rooting for a Game 7. Rooting for a Game 7. And then they're going to go up against each other. And one team's finally going to win that critical Game 7 and get the monkey off their back. And then another one is just going to add another giant cinder block right on the fucking hearts of their fans. It's going to, oh God. This one has train wreck written all over it.